right, good evening and good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to live coverage today again on 30 Minutes with me, Twitwi. I want to say a special welcome to everyone watching us live on YouTube, on Twitter, and of course on Facebook, and those listening on radio at CIN Nigeria. We say welcome to another time with me.
Network.
Out of this.
I don't know.
No, it's not ours. Follow.
In Nigeria. So we are going to have this conversation and how COVID-19 is affecting businesses in Nigeria. I'm not alone, as you know already. I have, in fact, professionals in the hospitality business who are joining me to talk about this. And of course, they have to share their perspective on how COVID-19 is has affected, especially the lockdown, has affected their business. So we want to assess the impact of COVID-19 on hospitality industry. First, let me just give you a rundown for those who perhaps do not know. When we talk about the hospitality industry, we talk about segments, talking about beverages, tourism and travel, lodging and recreation. So today I have three gentlemen and two gentlemen and a lady that will be joining us on the program. Because there you have Madam herself, Madam Ashake Tolani, who is the co-owner of O2 Empire. They are into so many businesses that has to do with the hospitality industry. Most especially, they run a spa called the Spa Cruise in Lekki. Good evening, madam.
Good evening. Hi, everyone.
So, and also we have Andrew, who is the brand manager of Sidewalk Bar and Restaurants. Andrew, good evening.
Good evening, teacher. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, so we are going to, in due course, you have my third guest join us on the program. I want to believe it should be due to connectivity. Talking about Aina Vincent. He is the head of sales and marketing in Ashake Grand Resort and Leisure here in Lagos. So, gentlemen, madam and gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
So,
Thank
yes.
you.
Let's start. We know it's COVID-19 already. Maybe before we start the conversation, let me ask, how are you guys been keeping safe?
Well, for me, I stay indoor most times, and if need be, if I have to go out, I go out with my mask, glove, my sanitizer, and I make sure I avoid crowded places. I just go out to go out and not stay long. I try to be as quick as possible, and when I get back in, I go in through the backyard of my house to, remove mostly my clothes, not the shoes and stuff, not to go in. Then from the backyard, I just get into my room, take a shower before meeting my children, my husband, and the rest of my family.
Wow, that is interesting. Now you have to take off your clothes.
Yes, it's not scary.
So, Andrew, how have you been coping?
Twitwi, it's not been easy. It's a new norm. Indoor has become something that is now normal. I hardly go out. I hardly got because my person, I'm not a very outgoing person, saved my job. An indoor person typically. So yes, we're back indoors. And like you were aware that after the pronouncement, some of us went into isolation because of the nature of our job for about 2 weeks before the compulsory lockdown came from the federal government. So it's really not been easy, but I can say we've gotten used to it. I have gotten used to it actually. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ayano, for joining in. Maybe in our network meeting delay. So, quickly, I'd just like to know now, and I think everyone would like to know, how have you been coping with the lockdown? Yeah, Mr. Ayano, can you hear me? Okay, maybe that's due to network. So now let's start, guys. Starting with you, Madam Empress. Let's talk about how much has COVID-19, the lockdown, cost your business? You run so many businesses under O2 Empress, the Spark, Push, among others. So how much has COVID-19 cost your business?
To be sincere, personally, it has caused a lot. It has caused the business a lot because shortly before the lockdown, we just opened restaurants and bar. We just added that to the business. So it was like I think like 8 days after that the lockdown was started. I mean the
It was
lockdown.
at the federal
Yes,
government.
and the business is still a baby, so we've invested millions in the business. We had a opening, people came in. Okay, this is the new baby in the business and stuff, and we are gradually introducing the business to people when the lockdown happened. So and we the other department too, the photography department, the spa department, we we usually have direct contact with people. So we don't have is we just safety first. We can't do like we can't do an under the table job. We just have to lock down. So it has affected a lot in the business. We have to lock down. Most of the things that we bought, they are perishable things, so we need to dash some out. We need to eat some. So it's not really a good thing for our business at that time. It has really affected us. It's really affected us.
Oh, okay. Mr. I know you. Yours is more about accommodation, lodging and accommodation. And majority of your clients are people that, okay, we just lost connection with Mr. Andrew, let me come to you now. So yours is a restaurant and a bar. That means we don't run accommodation, lodging, or any accommodation, just for people to walk in and the rest. How much of cost or loss have you had to bear so far due to the lockdown?
It's terrible. It's difficult. It was never factored into any of the plans for the year. So it's always going to be a very tough one on us. Chichi, I must tell you that it cost us tens of millions. A place where you're used to people coming around every evening to have a good time, and all of a sudden you can't even be open, not to talk of having one person to sit and have a cup of water. So yes, it costs a whole lot, and it affects all round. They affect our operation, they affect our workers, they affect everything that we stand for. And it's never, 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 never factored into any of our plans for the year. I must tell you that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well said. Mr. Definitely, we know one of the things from your end is your business, you deal more with people or travelers or visitors to Lagos or those who usually will come in for vacation. So, so far, it's total shutdown at your end at Nagby Grand Resorts and Leisure. Do you want to share with us an idea of how much loss you've had to bear so far?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Twitwi. It's nice joining you on this network. However, I would like to let you know that the tourism, or let me say the hospitality industry, is the worst hit in this COVID-19 situation around the whole world. As we speak now, we are completely shut down, and I want to let you know that even though we are totally shut down for business, where revenue cannot be achieved, there are still so many maintenance and running costs going on right now at the resort. Speaking specifically with what is going on in Nagbe Grand Resort, and I know that might apply to so many other hospitality industry worldwide, you need to maintain security in that facility. If you leave your facility to be empty, you are open to attack. You have seen what is going on even around the neighborhood where you stay, where hoodlums, come around to even attack you, knowing fully that you are even in your house. Talk more of a facility you leave empty. So in that regard, security personnel will have to be on ground to make sure that the facility is secured. And also you need to run costs like diesel for generator, maintaining your generator, because at night when there is no power, definitely you need to run your generator to give electricity to your facility. And I can tell you that it is painful, because you would not receive or get any revenue coming in to maintain this thing, and actually it has to go on. So that's actually one part of a big loss. And also I need to let you know that if you are not using your facility at any time, there is what we call depreciation value, which comes to play. There are some of our recreation facilities that needs to be used often, but when it is left unused, I can bet you this facility depreciates, and the income that is expected to have been achieved based on all this is not even visible. So definitely it's a huge loss. We've been home for over 2 months now, and you could tell what the running costs could have been right now. And also the staff on duty, majorly, we also have to be paid fully, except if some terms and conditions or agreement has to be reached by the staffs involved and the management. So honestly, you can read from the underline from what I've just said that running cost is a lot. You have swimming pool on ground that has to be maintained. We have even the rooms themselves don't have to be left closed. If you shut down a house for 2 weeks and probably you went on vacation with your family, and by the time you come back, even though for the fact that there was nobody in the house, honestly, you need to do a total cleanup before you're going to come in. So insecticide, rodent, and all that. So it's crazy. It's a lot of loss. It's a lot of loss.
Well said. I was going to ask because recently, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I saw a report. But I didn't even think that the hospitality business in Nigeria played that huge role in employment, until I saw last week that it employed directly and indirectly over 3 million Nigerians, or 3 million persons in Nigeria at the moment, and meaning that the lockdown, the shutdown, probably rendered some people inactive over the period. So I was going to ask, let's come to you, Madam Empress. How have you been managing staff welfare?
Well, when the first lockdown was initiated, it was not even up to the end of the month, so we had to close down immediately. We closed down, and paid all the staff their full salary. There are some staff that cannot uh, totally stay away from work. So those ones they're the ones that stayed at the staff quarters, the security, the cleaners, and the maintenance staff. So those ones they are still on site to do their normal duties, and they were warned not to go out or be in any form of gathering to they are just they must obey the social
The
distancing. So those
advisories,
ones
yeah. Sure,
they
yeah.
are still on the regular payment, either we generate money or not. For the staff that are not at work presently, the only thing that we do is that we give them some money because they are still our staffs and they are going to eat. So to be sincere, we are not giving them their normal salary since we are not doing anything for now, but we are giving them something to still maintain their self till we are able to come back to work. So the remaining ones on staff, I mean on site, the ones living at the staff quarters, they are still doing their job, the cleaning stuffs and other things, and still collecting their salaries. We don't have a choice. So that is what we are doing, and we check up on those ones that are not on site. We check up on them every time through calls and other things. We're still family, but honestly, it's not an easy thing to do, and they totally understand. All our staffs totally understand. In fact, they really appreciate that we are even able to, give them something during this pandemic period.
Okay. Wow. Quite nice. I wouldn't even think that there will be people, individuals, at least, especially from the hospitality business, that will still keep that much relationship with employees. Andrew, how's it been so far?
Yeah, it's not been easy. It's not been easy with them. It's not been easy for us. We closed down on the 22nd of March, when it wasn't even end of the month yet, but of course the salary for March needed to be sorted. And also on individual capacity, we'll try as much as we can to reach out to them, and it wasn't easy for some of them and for a whole lot of them. If you understand the bar and lounge businesses, you will know that most of these staff actually survive on the extra money they get. We call it tips. So the salary in itself has not always been their major motivation. So being relegated to a situation where they will need to just wait for just that peanut, were really not been easy, but we're in touch. I mean, I'm impressed by what Empress said, that she kept in touch. At this time we realized that being in touch is the only way we can actually strengthen one another. So what we do, we had a WhatsApp group where we all come together to talk, and we tell each other to be strong, and hopefully we're going to be back better and stronger. So yeah, they've taken it in good faith, and a lot of them have even come to realize that they can actually survive. So yeah, we're good now. We're good.
Okay. All right. I think Mr. Aino has spoken on that already. Something quickly now. You just mentioned it, that we hope you will be back soon, and that is really a thing of concern, because if should the government come up now to say, okay, we want to, because we know Lagos State government is thinking towards that direction, opening up more businesses, as the governor said earlier last week, that they are thinking in that direction to open up more businesses. So, how soon will you be able to come back if government should lift the restriction to say, oh, we are opening up the hospitality sector? How soon will you be able to come back? Considering some of the things you mentioned, Mr. Aino, about maintenance and all of the rest, and even putting the facility in shape. So how soon will you be ready to open for business if the government will lift the restriction?
Okay, I must be very, very frank with you. Hospitality industry, a facility that has been shut down for a while, will also take a while to be put in place before opening, so that you don't give shabby business and open your unprepared facility to your guests, and that's going to give you a lot of bad reviews. I'm going to speak specifically about my facility, which is in Agbe Grand Resort. In Agbe Grand Resort is a large, has a large landscape. It's a large area which combs the lagoon front and the beach front, aside the recreation facility area. So all these places have to be put in shape. There must be clearing and all that. So the food, actually kitchen wise, because we are cross water, we are only accessible by boat transportation that takes about 20 minutes to get to the resort from our pickup location at Ikoyi. Basically, food is essential because once you are in the resort, you need to feed through what comes from the kitchen. You order your food, and because of that, we cannot give you food that has been frozen for a while, for 2 months, where sometimes the power is shut down to conserve running costs or to save running costs. So you can agree with me that the management will have to source for funds, speak to suppliers and all that to come to play. And these suppliers or whoever that is going to come into this picture were all also hit by this pandemic. So it's going to take some time. I must confess to you, probably the facility will have to open gradually from one section to the other, even if the government lifts the ban on lockdown. So give or take, we should be back. If they ask us to start right now or the lockdown is taking off, we should be looking at June. Like I said, we can start with vacation package. That's, you don't need to stay on the resort. You can come in, have fun around, and then go back home. That's where we can start from. At least we'll be able to generate some few revenues, and then later we can upgrade to now vacation part of the recreation. Vacation part of the business. That will give us enough time to be able to put more things into shape, bring back our staff. And now we spoke about staff. I want to sensitively say this, that the staff, even as much as we are getting in contact with them, having meetings on webinar, trying to think about what the problem and what we can do, what are our situations before the pandemic and the post-pandemic strategies. I also want to say that some of these staff might have had some kind of rethink about their positional place in working in hospitality industry. I'm talking from experience from some of the staffs that are not even working in Inagwe, but my network in other hospitality industry. They're beginning to think they need to do something else where whatsoever that happens in the country or in the whole world, they will still have something to feed on. So that is another question. You need to be sure of how many of your staff are still loyal and are still ready to come back to work. So if you look at that properly, you will see that it will take some time for the business to actually come back in full. So give or take from now 2 months, specifically June, July, fine. That is if the lockdown is lifted as we speak now. So you can imagine what the business will be like if the lockdown is not lifted as we speak now. So don't let me speak more than that, but we can all do the permutation.
Okay, Madam Empress, I saw you smiling when you was talking about some staff thinking about changing what they do for a living. Because I thought of that anyway, that there are individuals who probably think that there is need for me to get into a business or a sector where no matter what happens in the world, it doesn't really affect. But really, how soon will you be ready to open up for business if government should lift the restriction now?
Well, like Mr. Vincent said, that there are departments in our business. So in my own case, O2 Empire, we have the spa, the salon, the photo studio, the restaurant and bar, and the printing press, a mini printing press. So We are going to be opening gradually, department by department. The less sensitive one, let's say, we are going to opening immediately. We are going to start the kitchen, but it will strictly be takeout, which we did not even put in consideration at first. We are like, come in, sit down, listen to music, eat and go. But right now we are thinking of just takeout only. The spa is the most sensitive one because we have contact, body contact with your clients, the massage, pedicure, and stuff. The facials, though, you can try to cover up your own face, but you can't cover the client's face. You can't cover the client's mouth. You want to do something on his or her face. So it's going to be a gradual thing, department by department. The less sensitive one will come up first. Then, as time goes on, with the safety measures and stuff, we'll uh, open the other departments too. And our staffs too, we are going to consider the staff too, because the other staff that are not at the staff quarters, we consider, if they are still interested anyway, we will consider them moving into the staff quarters, because some people, jumping from one bus to another, they've already had contact with, a lot of people. So that is going to be looked into. And the people that goes into the market to get stuff, we are going to put our staff bus on the run again to shall take all safety measure, because with that we can only be care you can only talk for yourself, like personally, but talking of other people, we are the thing has to start from inside, from we the workers. Then we now introduce that to the customers, because the way they see that you are being careful, that is how they will feel comfortable to come and patronize you.
Okay. Well, well said, Andrew. It's really the same question. I don't know how soon you'll be ready, because another thing again that will cross my mind is for a business that you run, it's similar to what Madam Empress in their line of business, O2 Empire, a restaurant and a bar. Even if the government should leave the restriction, do you really think, what are those things you start considering to want to attract customers? Because people want to somehow be reserved to want to go to a crowded place, sit down, have a bottle of beer, listening to music and all of the rest. So what are those things you really will want to put in place, and how long will it take before you open up for business?
Thank you very much. We must understand and accept that there's a new reality right now. You know, things are never going to be the same as it stands. I don't see things going back to normal this year. But yes, if the lockdown is lifted right now for sidewalk, we can open within a week, because for the past few weeks we have people that are still in the premises. So the maintenance is there. We're giving it a facelift to those same people. We're putting all the measures that were advised, in place already. It's standpoint to wash your hand, a sanitizing point, and all that. Also, we have a very large landscape, like Yes, the capacity before was about 350 people, which usually some weekends were filled to capacity. But as it stands, the seating arrangement is going to be readjusted, and everybody will understand that there is a new norm, and I hope they'll adjust to it. Then talking about our staff, internal control. First, I want to say this, and I know it's quite sensitive. I don't know how many businesses have the capacity to retain all their staff, what's called upon to open. I don't know. I know there's a tricky one, and it pains me as a human being to talk about this, but it's very important. So we're going to try as much as we can that all our staff stays within the staff quarters which we have. Before now, they have the option, some go home and some, but for us to be able to vouch for their safety and all, we would recommend that everybody that's working with sidewalk will stay within the premises. Getting suppliers and all, we will take those responsibilities ourselves. We'll limit as much as we can, to allow vendors in. But when it comes to customers, my sister was talking and it was very funny. You can't tell somebody to put a face mask. I mean, I'm coming for spa. You're saying, so you're coming to drink a beer and I'm telling you to put on your face mask. I don't know how that will work. Nevertheless, the social distance measures and sidewalk will be 100% maintained thanks to our spaces. So some seats are going to be taken out, to ensure that every seat you see, there's going to be a considerable distance between you and the next person. And we're also trying to put measures in place where the restrooms are going to be, worked on, that you probably won't have more than 2 people at once, and we'll have a maximum numbers of people. It's going to be in phases until we're able to, comfortably accommodate everyone, which hopefully there will be a vaccine for that. But without vaccine, Twitwi, I must tell you, we can't go back to the normal, to have 300 people seated and jumping and dancing, drinking beer, as much as we all want our businesses to go back to how it used to be.
Sorry, I didn't know my mic is not mute on mute. We'll just take a quick break. I put together some little images. I gather images from a sidewalk in Agri Grand Resort and of course Sparkles. Let's just go for a sneak break. Images from what you guys do for a living. Okay, guys, welcome back. That is just something I put together. I know you could see sideboard there. You could see Sparkles. Where I went to your Instagram page of Sparkles to link those videos. Images.
That's also thank you very much.
And of course, for Inagri Grand Resort again. Now, okay, I think we should go through this one. Okay, so now quickly let's just look at this because we understand before now the federal government announced a stimulus package for businesses worth 50 billion naira for those who want to take up loans and all of the rest. But it's just for general or all businesses, maybe not the big boys up there, but for the small SMEs and MSMEs in the country. But talking about hospitality, would you suggest that government puts package in place to help you recover from the loss so far due to the pandemic? Because someone suggested, it was an article I read, and the person said, for the hospitality business, they might not really need government to give handout to say take money. But maybe one of the relief they might need from government is say take off some burden off us, like the taxes we have to pay, maybe a consumption tax, value added taxes and all of the rest. So would you be needing any form of help or assistance from government after the pandemic? Or can you go first, Madam Empress?
Okay, it will really be a good one. It's, we actually deserve it. We are taxpayers, and as citizens of this country, if government can help us in that line, we wouldn't mind. As well, know that getting loans from the bank requires a lot. So if our government can put that into consideration, like other countries, we will really make good use of it. We will really appreciate it, and it will go a long way. So if our government can do that, we appreciate it.
Okay. You are smiling. Are you thinking that perhaps they won't even think about that, or it's just a dream that will never come to pass? Is that what you are thinking?
Well, to be sincere, this country, it has to do with connection. You hear that some people some people will benefit while some people will not. So if the government is going to be fair, since you're registered, you pay taxes, and they're going to do their investigation without being biased, it's going to really go a long way, because there are so many things that the government is claim that they are doing now that is not even getting to the right people. Some people are benefiting from it, while some people are not. So it seems unfair. But if the government can do the right thing by, they know how to do this thing if they want to do it, that it will go to everybody that needs all this, and we really appreciate it if it can, get down to everybody.
Okay. Andrew, what do you think? Do you need handouts, or you just need some relief?
The truth is, I don't know. Empress has been speaking my mind, to be honest. Because of the issue and the argument of that transparency or the lack of trust, I would rather the kind of sun a little blind eye or lift the burdens of running, hospitality businesses in this country. The cost of running it is overwhelming. So if they'll come to the aid in a little bit, the taxes. I mean, if they give a year free of such taxes is not out of place, some of those taxes lifted up. As we speak, some of our businesses are still incurring expenses. There's still lights running there, there's still diesel burning there, there's still securities on ground, there's still people to be fed, there's still people to be paid on a monthly basis, regardless of whether we're in operation or not. So yes, it's huge, So if the government can come and do a little bit to make it possible, like I said something earlier, if they don't do something, if the government don't do something, I guarantee you not so many businesses will be able to come back and retain their staffs. And that is where they need to come in. That is where they need to come and help these businesses. Yeah, they would want to. I, for one, would like to keep all my staffs and even get more. But I mean, businesses are run for profits, and a lot of things are not visible anymore. So if they can come and help, to be a welcome development, trust me.
Okay, Mr. Aino, how would you like government to assist? You are smiling.
I just want to be very pragmatic in this situation here. We all know the nation we are in right now. The question I want to ask is, does our federal government or state government even have data of all hospitality industry that is being established in each zone? Now, before you can do what we call palliative, you need to draw a budget, and you need to know how many of these facilities are registered under, yes.
Maybe at the level of palliative.
Hello, I can't hear you.
Yes, I was going to say maybe at the level of palliative.
Okay.
So just leave that to state government and not focus on the federal government.
Yes.
Because the federal government is bearing a lot of burden already. Right. So maybe we can just focus on state government. Don't you think?
Already. Okay, that still boils down to if the state actually has the data of all facilities registered under this hospitality sector, then I think it is without doubt and without much discussion, it is expected into this sector. We all know that hospitality industry, like we said, is the worst hit. And if they want this business to stay, I remember the last time I went for a meeting with the CIP, that's the Commissioner for Police in Lagos, when we were talking about how we can improve nightlife in Lagos and improve our recreation facilities where people can go and recreate, because he begins to see that a lot of people health-wise are not being helped because they don't go out to recreate and they don't go out to enjoy themselves to kill off a lot of stress that we acquire in Lagos due to a lot of situations surrounding Lagos environment. However, if definitely looking at all that, I think the government should, without doubt, come into this picture and throw this palliative. One of those things is that they should kill off tax. There are so many tax that we pay to the government. They should probably exempt that tax for a while. This will help the hospitality industry to at least stabilize a little bit. If financial help can come, I wouldn't mind. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. 2 months have gone. I can't raise money to pay staffs, and somehow have been paying salaries. If this can come also, that will help us to knock off, at least at the beginning of reopening, some of these overheads. Honestly, without doubt, I think the state should rise up to this occasion and support the hospitality industry without missing words at all.
Okay, wow, well said. Thank you very much. I don't know if you guys are keeping tab of time. We've stayed for over 40 minutes already. I'm sorry for keeping you for this long, but I thought as much that we might not be able to exhaust all all we have to say in 30 minutes. So even though the program is built for 30 minutes, I understand. But then, lastly, before we go at this point, just to add something to what you said, it's no news that in Lagos, for example, the hospitality business is one sector that pays most taxes. You can't evade taxes in Lagos if you're a hospitality business. You open, people can walk into your place, they can come in there, they can even stay as lodgers or clients to study and to know what your rates are and to even gather information about it. So, except for few who drive their way around government, but you can't really escape not paying tax or taxes in Lagos. And therefore, those who reside in Etiosa local government who does this business around Etiosa, you know how much you pay in taxes to both the local government and the state government. So, if really, I think generally government will help. And then I was going to don't you think it's going to become a challenge if you should lose your staff to other businesses due to the COVID-19? Because I'm asking this because I know it usually will take you nothing less than a month to train somebody new in the business. For example, if you talk about your spa services, it's a profession, madam, and it requires a lot of training. So at least to go into that. So don't you think it's going to be a big blow to your business if you should lose your staff to other businesses? Not really to competition, but other businesses due to the lockdown.
Well, at this moment, like as the name implies, the world is in a pandemic period, so there's panic everywhere.
Yeah.
So the staff that I have now, I don't see them like they want to leave because I treat them well and they love what we are doing. So most of them, actually, I can say for most of them, if I did not tell them like, okay, I'm relieving you of your duty, none of them is ready to go. In fact, when we are during the intense time of the lockdown, most of them, they are calling me like, madam, some people are opening, let's do this. I'm like, some people are opening. If those people, they know their way around, if they should come now and lock this place down, will you help me to pay the fine? I'm not opening until the government asks us to open officially. So I'm not ready for any government problem or issue at the moment. I have enough on my table already. So there are things, there are ways we can do it. Don't put me into stress. Do you understand? So I don't see them as someone that they want to go, because there's no job outside there. So the advantage, the benefit that they are seeing at this moment, everybody, they are trying to hold the present one that they have at the moment. So there's, to me, there's no fear of like losing anybody to anybody at this moment. We are all trying to survive. We are just trying to survive at this moment. So that is concerning my own business.
Okay, sorry, I always forget to unmute my mic. It's very bad. Sorry, guys. Andrew, I was saying that
Okay.
you talked about at the initial stage of opening up, the challenges of having all your staff return or
Yeah.
resume due to
Yeah.
the slow pace of business and the rest. So I was asking, would you accept or adopt a pay cut policy just to have every one of them back to work?
Truth be told, as it stands, we don't even really have a plan in place to cut them down. But yes, we have a plan for salary review. We've communicated to some of them, and they are quite understanding. What we will do is, it's in our interest, in our desire to keep everybody, because we're a family, we're a team. But for the meantime, there'll probably be some token taken out of their salaries if we must keep everybody. Because the revenues are never going to be the same from the start. The people will be able to accommodate at once are never going to be the same. The cost of running is going to be totally different now. So yeah, we will keep them. We will keep our staff. But there'll be some little sacrifices here and there. But I'm sure it won't be anything too demanding on them.
Okay, because I was going to say we know, say the cost of living will not reduce. It's going to really remain the same or even or go higher. Mr.
Yeah.
Aina, finally, will you do the same? Adopt the approach of pay cuts just to have all your staff back to work, or you just have some stay back and go on with business?
Honestly, I want to keep all my staff. I really want to keep all my staff because, like you have rightly spoken about having to spend a lot of money to train, and also time and energy to train is a new staff to get into your system. You understand that in the hospitality industry, every hospitality industry have their own standard of operation, and they have their own process. So if you're coming to my facility new, it takes time to train, and it's going to go up money. So my management will do everything possible to keep all the staff we have now. Providing to who understand this or who doesn't understand it, it's like business is going to be coming back as usual. And like I would, if there is any agreement that has to be made between the staff and the management and all that, it will then definitely be agreed upon. This is, a situation that and even in your personal life, it affected a lot of things. And so everybody will have to understand the bare fact that it is an unusual situation and unusual things will have to happen, and you have to accept some unusual times also.
Okay. Wow. So at this point, guys, I want to thank you very much. I think we've really touched so much on everything. I want to thank you guys for taking time out. I've taken more than your 30 minutes. I didn't really want to take more than 30 minutes. So if I have to pay you back now, I've taken an extra of 20 minutes each. That is 1 hour I've taken from you. So I'm very sorry, I can't pay you back. But it has been an interesting conversation, and I hope we definitely get to do this again by the time government decide to lift the restriction. So to our viewers, I've been speaking with Empress Ashake Tolani. She is the co-owner of O2 Empire. They are the chain of hospitality business. Thank you very much, ma, for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And also, I have Andrew Ame Adogo. He's the manager of Sidewalk Bar and Restaurants, Victoria Island. Andrew, thank you very much for taking time to be part of the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, Vincent Aina, the head of sales and marketing in Agri Grand Resorts and Leisure. Yes, here in Lagos, somewhere on the island. You have to travel on water to get there. So thank you very much for taking time out to be a part of this. Okay, and to everyone, this is where we draw the curtain. We'll do this again some other time. So our listeners on radio,
it is my pleasure anytime, and I just want to say
okay, and to those that tune in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we say thank you very much. We'll do this again some other time. Thank you. So I'll leave you with some images from their business. I took these images without their permission. So these are not selected images. Yeah, they didn't send it to me. These are some of the things I took up from their pages on social media. You might want to check it out. In Agri Grand Resorts, Sparkles, that is Spark with KOOLS, and of course, yes, talking about Sidewalk. Okay, this is it, guys. Bye from me and bye from everyone.